everybody, Scott here from the Jostens service station. Hope you're keeping warm out there. So let's do a fill up here for the month of February. Coming up in a moment, we're going to talk some tech with the head of the Jostens tech team. We're going to pull back the curtain to see how those folks come up with amazing yearbooking tools. But first, let's start with some news. Well, if COVID wasn't bad enough, now we have cold and snowy weather in many parts of the country to make it even more challenging. Well, hang in there, okay? Do your best. But what do you do if you're really behind schedule right now? Let's share some ideas with you. First, here's one we've mentioned before. If you're a spring delivery book that normally goes in May or June, but you're way behind schedule right now, consider changing to a summer delivery just for this year. By doing that, you'll have the rest of the school year to finish your book, including graduation at the end. Also, you wouldn't have to finalize your book order until the end of May. And then you would hopefully have a really good distribution event in early August. And right now, it's looking better for early August than it is any time in May. Please give that some thought. If you want some more information, contact your Jostens representative. But if you stick with your current delivery, whether it's spring or summer delivery, and you're behind schedule, consider the idea of mini deadlines. Map out the times between now and your final page submission date. List all the things that need to still be done, and then map it out week by week what needs to be done each week in order for you to catch up and make deadline. And then make sure you hold to that. It is very important that you finish your book by your final page deadline date. Otherwise, that could impact when you receive your books, and that's not good. Once again, if you need some more help, contact your Jostens representative. Now, if you have empty pages because of canceled or disrupted events, don't just cut pages. Don't shortchange your audience. Instead, be sure to check out the Story Starter ready-made pages on Yearbook Avenue. These feature great information from students all across North America, and you can easily drag and drop them on any page. But a lot of schools have said they'd like to do their own version of these particular pages, so voila! Check out the Story Starter templates, also available on Yearbook Avenue. For anyone using Layout Pro, these templates are easy to drag and drop on a page and then put in your particular information. This offers some great new content that we think your readers would really like. And you can even add a Story Starter module to any existing page or spread, maybe some empty space or a corner, to add a little extra to that page. Want to know where to find this out? Contact your Jostens representative. Okay, let's get a little geeky here. We at Jostens have always prided ourselves for being the innovators in the yearbooking world. But how do all of those great tools and services we use come about? Recently, we caught up with the man who knows, and he filled us in on how it all happens.
Hi everybody, I'm John Dalke. I'm Yearbook Product Director at Jostens based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, first off, I have to say I do have an awesome team helping to support all of this. We do all of our development in-house, which a lot of companies can't say that. And so we have a team that really cares about the customer and doing right by the customer. And so they've been really great at, kind of taking this situation and pivoting. Change is the one constant that we have going for us right now. And so, but luckily they're so in tune with the customer that it makes it easier for us to kind of pivot to their needs, which we've had to do a lot of that this year. Yeah, that definitely wasn't something just hanging out. That wasn't even a thought in our minds before COVID hit. That really came out of us just understanding that signing tradition is very important to students, and we wanted to maintain that tradition in some way, and came up with an awesome solution to be able to provide a similar experience to traditional yearbook signing, but done in a virtual environment. Yeah, there's millions of lines of code in our Just Layout Pro itself, so that's obviously a significant amount of work to put all of that together. Replicating that is very complex, and that's why it's taken us several years to do that. But the team's been great at, prioritizing those features and really looking at, what's worked well for our customers in Flash and making sure that we keep those features. So we're not changing things that's working well for customers and features that they love. But we also looked at what wasn't working well and adapting that and improving upon it to improve that experience. Chromebooks have exploded over the last several years. And so I think there, Google has 60% of the education market in terms of mobile devices. So we're definitely working on smaller screens than we ever have been. I'm on a 13-inch MacBook right now, and so it's not like we're working with large desktop monitors anymore. We're working on smaller 11-inch, 13-inch screens, even when we are on a desktop. That kind of is the new desktop. So we're adapting to smaller screen sizes for sure. Yearbook Plus is an extension to the yearbook that allows students to really kind of personalize how they get represented in the book. So it's really an extension of the physical book where you can scan a picture in the book, whether it be your portrait or an image in the book, and it will pull up additional content on your phone. So a student can upload their portrait. They can also add up to 10 photos of them and their friends. That anybody who has the yearbook can scan that portrait and then see the photos that they've linked to their portrait. Yeah, so I can't really speak to anything new that we're working on that we haven't released yet. But I think what you can expect to see from us to be rolled out is just more functionality along the lines of Layout Pro that's more mobile friendly, streamlined experience that's simple and intuitive.
Thanks again to John for taking time out of his very busy schedule to fill us in on how Jostens comes up with all these great tech tools and services. Yearbook Plus, Layout Pro are the two big items for this year. For next year, well, stay tuned. But you only saw a small portion there. To hear the entire 45-minute interview with John Dalke as we talk yearbook and technology, check out our podcast at the address shown on the screen. And be sure to follow our Yearbooking Report podcast so you never miss an episode. Finally, as Jostens spring book schools wrap up their work for this year, now would be a great time to start to get rolling on our new Yearbook Plus digital feature. And for fall book schools as well. This is a great new feature allowing anyone in school to do some storytelling of their own. The favorite part is going to be the My Year feature, where anyone with a headshot in your book has the chance to upload up to 10 images of themselves to tell their own story. Yearbook Plus is not an app, so that means anybody with any device at any time can take part this spring as part of the storytelling. And then eventually when your book comes out, they're going to have their phone in hand to snap pictures of people in the book to find out their interesting stories. Yearbook Plus is a true innovation, and it's not too late to get rolling. Contact your Jostens representative on how to sign up and get started. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm wondering now how many more winter storms are going to hit my house by late March. What a year, right? Along with everything else. But let's think about this. Weather and your students, is that yearbook worthy? Absolutely. Find those stories, gather those photos and information, and then make it memorable in your yearbook. Thanks again for watching.